It's just 4 more days until we see Rangers back in action again, as they take on Dundee United in a match that is labelled a must-win for Michael Beale's side, as the Gers look to make a late title charge. In today's video, we will provide you with the latest in regards to Alfredo Morelos, but not only that, we will also discuss all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Rangers content. Michael Beale has hinted that McGregor could be set to play on for 1 more year by saying that he is not finished yet. The Rangers goalkeeper was thought to have been close to retirement last summer before performing a U-turn and signing a 1-year extension to stay on. McGregor, who's 41, began the season as number 2 behind John McLaughlin, with Gio van Bronckhorst the manager, but he managed to fight his way back in. The veteran kept his place under Beale, although there has been a little bit of rotation at times with McLaughlin handed a couple of chances. After making his debut during the 2001-02 season, the veteran will make his 500th Gers appearance against Dundee United this weekend, provided he keeps his place. The manager has backed him to rack up even more and even dropped a hint over his future. Beale told Rangers TV, to achieve 500 games for Rangers is a very special achievement. Very few have done it in the past, and certainly to the age that Alan's played and the achievements he's had at the club. In the time I've worked with him here, it's probably the best part of 200, 250 games. He's been absolutely outstanding, and some of the saves he's made, there's too many to mention. But every season he's earned us points, he won us games, he got us through to the next round in cup competitions. When you look at him day in, day out, there's no secrets. It's hard work, preparation, dedication to your craft, and always intrigued and open-eyed in terms of learning and wanting to get better. This is a man in his 40s who trains every day like a teenager, and he's watching and learning all the time. He's self-reflective, very self-critical if you like. He's willing to take feedback on and just wants to win and get better. If that can't rub off on you as a younger player, and everyone in the squad is younger than him, so everybody in the squad, if that can't rub off on you, you're not opening your eyes to better yourself. He's been a cornerstone of everything that's been good about this club since I came in 2018, and I think he can be hugely proud, and he's not finished yet. It'll be 500 and something, it won't end at 500. The service that he's given this football club as a young boy coming through our academy is outstanding.
Just a quick one before we get back into the video, guys. We've released our brand new merchandise. We've got our Graham Souness Tim Scalping t-shirts, along with our Michael Beale Stan Smith tees. Do shop the collection by going to rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Let's get back into today's video.
Chris Boyd insists it's mind-boggling that Ryan Jack has been booed while on Scotland duty. The Rangers midfielder was the target of jeers from a small section of the Tartan Army crowd at Hampden during the win over Cyprus. Jack, who was a regular squad member under Steve Clarke, started in the win at Hampden but was booed by some supporters. It's not the first stick Jack has faced from a minority of supporters while on international duty, but Boyd has urged the Scotland boo boys to get over yourself. In his Scottish Sun column, Boyd commented, "Once again, a small section of the Tartan Army let themselves down at the weekend by booing Ryan Jack. The Scotland midfielder was targeted simply because he plays for Rangers, which I find mind-boggling. I do get that there are some Aberdeen fans still disappointed at him leaving for Ibrox, even though that was 6 years ago. I also get there will be Scotland supporters who aren't too fond of Rangers either, but I just don't get what club alliances have got to do with supporting your country. My message to the minority jeering is to get over yourself. How is booing one of your own players, one who never lets you down, going to benefit the team?" Jermaine Defoe believes Rangers are set for a special season next term, as boss Michael Beale prepares for his first full campaign in the Ibrox dugout. Beale returned to Glasgow in December, after leaving Queen's Park Rangers, to succeed Giovanni van Bronckhorst following the end of his 12-month tenure that saw him reach the Europa League final and win the Scottish Cup. Retaining that silverware is now the sole ambition for Beale in the coming weeks, after being unable to reduce Celtic's lead in the Premiership title race, and seeing his first shot at the trophy end in Old Firm defeat in the League Cup final. The Englishman has put together a lengthy unbeaten league run in recent months, and Defoe is confident the future will be bright once again at Ibrox as Beale aims to build over the summer transfer window. Defoe said, "The job he's done so far has been really good. He's a top coach, but he's the boss now. Mick has been coaching for about 20 years, all over the world. Tactically, he's amazing. I learned so much from Mick. Even at my age of all my experience in the game, I was still able to learn a lot from Mick. I still speak to him now. The players love him. Every training session was good. He's really clever, loves his football, he's obsessed. It will be interesting to see how the boys do next season. It's an amazing group with some fantastic players. I'm really looking forward to next season because I believe with a full pre-season going into the league next year, I believe it will be a special season for the club." The former England international worked closely with Beale as a player and then as a coach during his time at Rangers, before he left the club following Van Bronckhorst's appointment as boss. The lure of a return to Glasgow was too great for Beale to turn down, And Defoe, who was back in blue as he scored twice in the Legends match on Sunday, never doubted that the 42-year-old would be the Rangers manager one day. Of course, Defoe said when asked if he hoped Bill got the job at Ibrox. I actually messaged him at the time to say, what's happening, are you going to get the job or what? He was still at QPR then, and I know he enjoyed his time there, but I knew his family loved it up here. So he messaged me back and said, JD, I'm going to have to go back to the gym and get into that suit. He meant because of the tradition that the manager wears a suit, so he was like, I'm going to have to get running to get into that suit. He was so excited to come back, and how can you not be? It's an amazing club. Rangers still haven't offered Alfredo Morelos a new contract according to multiple sources. Morelos is edging closer to an exit in the summer when his current deal expires as he waits to be offered a new deal by the club. Last week, many sources revealed that the Gers was set for fresh talks with the 26-year-old in an attempt to clarify his future. But the Ibrox board are yet to offer one of their star players and biggest earners an extension. The club are aware that they could lose the striker for nothing at the end of the season, and there is said to be interest in his services from France and Italy. Despite fitness and form issues in recent seasons, as well as his disciplinary problems which put talks over a new deal on hold, the Colombian is still considered by many to be the club's best striker. Michael Bill has favoured summer signing Antonio Colac in recent games, despite Morelos enjoying a spell in the starting 11 shortly after the new manager's arrival. Morelos has not been replicating his impressive goal-scoring form this season, and has just netted 9 goals in 26 Premier League appearances so far, whereas Colac has 13 goals in 22 Premiership appearances. The Light Blues are also at risk of losing Ryan Kent from their forward line when his contract expires in the summer, despite being offered an extension by the Glasgow club. Ali McCoys has condemned Craig McPherson's alleged headbutt on Celtic women's boss Fran Alonso, as he blasted missiles thrown at Steven Gerrard during a charity match. The Ibrox hero conceded it has been a bad few days for both Celtic and Rangers after unsavoury incidents involving both clubs. Last night, Sky Sports cameras captured an alleged headbutt by McPherson on Alonso after the 1-1 draw between Celtic and Rangers' women's sides. A dramatic end to the match saw Caitlin Hayes equalise in the 99th minute after Brogan Hayes' first half opener. But furious scenes at full time have overshadowed the footballing spectacle, with Alonso allegedly headbutted by Rangers women's coach McPherson, sparking a rammy involving players and coaching staff. Discussing the incident on TalkSport, the host Laura Woods said, I get it sometimes, I am quite entertained by managers having arguments on the pitch. I always thought it was part of the game. I don't think this is part of the game. You blindside someone from the start and come from behind. McCoys has slammed the incident as he has also hammered Celtic supporters over missiles thrown at Steven Gerrard during a match between Liverpool and Celtic legends at Anfield. I have only just seen it, it's really poor. With the greatest of respect, it's not been a great 2 or 3 days for Rangers and Celtic, with what happened at the weekend and what happened last night. Woods added, the weekend was the missiles, right? Then McCoys replied, yes, very poor. Host Woods then continues, it does get to the point where it all gets out of hand. Something has to be done. I think in this kind of case it will be an important moment in women's football to take a stand against that. However, keen to absolve the Celtic and women's players of blame, McCoy said, I'm not sure if it's anything to do with the women's football really. Woods concurred, concluding, it's not the women that are the problem. After the alleged headbutt incident, Alonso, who claimed he was branded a little rat, told Sky Sports, I don't know, you can see there somebody pushed me from behind. I do not know. I've never talked to him the whole game. Obviously it is disappointing to concede a goal in the last minute, I totally get it, but I don't know. I was called a little rat. Rangers women boss Malky Thompson commented, without me seeing it at all, I don't think I would comment on it. If that is the case, then there will be an investigation into it, and we will look at it. Rangers fans, do you want McGregor to stay 1 more year? And what do you make of the Alfredo Morelos situation? Would you like him to stay at the club? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of the video, guys. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Rangers content. Thank you, take care, peace.